Buddy, what's going on? We're doing a live stream from Wheatfield here in Berkey. Mike and I are doing it together. We're both out here. I'm running grain cart. Dad's actually in the combine, doing some end rows right now. And Brock is planting wheat, 8430. Here, let me flip my camera. I'll show you. Hopefully you guys can hear us okay. And yeah, Brock, say
Hello.
hi.
Yep.
There you go.
Hello.
Can everybody hear us? He's over there. That's Brock.
That's me.
Dan's over there. I'm over here. It'll take a few minutes for people to join, but we'll get them.
Oh.
Don't run over the wheat there, Brock.
We didn't run over any.
Afternoon. Hello. Hi. Good. There we go. People. You got a lot of background noise.
I do.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything you can do about it, but you got it.
Yeah.
How's the crop? Really good. This is really, really good wheat. I'm not in the combine, so I don't have the data in front of me, but I do have a second phone that I can pull up the mic here and maybe see what the combine's doing. Give it a second for stuff to load up here. Where is it? 162. It says it right there. That's probably an exaggeration. A good partial header width. Sometimes you get misreading. Doing end rows is not a good spot to test. For the 17, that's anywhere close to accurate. That's good. I don't actually. I haven't talked.
We don't have that much to do.
You ought to be.
Oh, we're getting close. We're getting real close. Maybe an acre or two. What's that?
I figured you had to be close, but you're switching varieties.
Oh, yeah.
So make sure.
Yeah.
All right, we got a few questions here. Is the rain fixed? Yes. I just got a call here maybe half an hour ago from the rain dealer and today repairman. We are running. So he got it put back together. Everything looks like it's working out. So, good deal. We lost a day when we didn't need to be running it anyway. That was not a big issue. Great job by them taking care of the problem, fixing that when we needed it, or as quickly as. So. Yep. That looks great. Good afternoon, guys. Should have wore the Brock. I don't know what that means. Did you order your flagpole or something? I ordered it. I tried finding flagpole companies locally and stuff. My internet search was rather unsuccessful. It's possible that there are some places. There was one in Detroit, but I'm like, well, that's not going to be good. And they were kind of wanting to install stuff. Looked like anything you could find locally or professional installers for business. So I get it, but they're perfectly capable. And so I actually ordered it online. I got Federal Flag. Rock them. You gotta go check a feed all the time. All right, very good.
I'm sorry, it's loud.
You're fine. Got any beans yet?
We got some.
Oh,
We
he's
got to
calling.
level it off a little bit.
You're supposed to take your phone with you and shove that, dude. Literally in the tank right now. Anyway, yeah, 34 slides long, got a federal flag. We shipped it, delivered it. It was not cheap, but it was really nice. Our farm is an hour from yours. Nice. What town are you in, Ohio, farmer? Sprayed beans so much for last year. Cool. I sprayed some beans this morning. We were in World. Sounded and traded. Yeah, sorry. I think that's mostly Brock. He's got a lot of background over there. How much wheat do you have left? Quite a bit. We've got 160 acres back at Waldron, and we've got 140 or so to go here, or something like that. That's better.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
When is the Motorview Farms decal going on the rain? Got to make it official. Well, I don't have a windshield to put one on. I guess we could get one of my little Motorview Farm stickers and stick it on there somewhere, couldn't we? I'll have to do that. Great wheat crop for you. Yeah, it's a really, really good wheat crop. Yeah. We're going to talk about it more at some point. I don't know if it's going to make tomorrow's video because I'm already so far into it. But, yeah, we've got outstanding wheat. This is a different variety in this field than what we were harvesting in the first field. And it is just about as good, if not the same, and it's drier. The wheat has been excellent. Hello from Greece. Wow, welcome. Now watching from the hospital. Oh no, it's not bad. You buy that irrigation system, or you just testing for that thing off? Oh no, we bought it. We wrote a check, paid for it. Yeah, it is relatively new, but this is their first year they've actually had them for sale, like commercial launch. So yeah, but no, we definitely paid for it. Get away from the fan, Brock.
Yeah, I know. It was loud.
If you get out again, hit that little microphone on your screen there. It'll mute you.
Alrighty.
How about you got? Yeah. How many acres you got done?
I got 37 acres out of this field done.
Okay.
More than what I thought. I had more in here than what I thought, but we good to go.
Right around 200,000.
202 is where we're at right now.
Perfect.
Yep.
Have you ever considered growing any different types of crops? Not really. Here's the problem with different types of crops. I don't have anywhere to sell them. If I can't sell it, I can't make any money growing it. So, right in our area, it is corn, soybeans, and soft red winter wheat. That's what we grow. There's a little bit. Oh, there's some alfalfa. I don't want to be in the alfalfa game. Brock can do that.
Hey now, I'm a big farmer.
Yeah, I know. There's a few guys in some areas that have some tomatoes. You get north of where we're at here in Berkey, there's a few guys that raise cabbage and some other stuff, but you really have to have a contract and a market for that. It's not just that easy as saying I'm going to grow X crop and we'll figure out how to sell it later. It doesn't really work. So, yeah. Did you guy said what the issue was for the hose problem break. Yeah, so the problem was that, uh, if you'll remember, one of the first days we were running it, I made a comment about that first pass along the road, not having a path for that because the GPS stuff on the planter didn't connect, and we lost the data from the planter, so there was no planter data, therefore no path for it. And I made a comment about that, and the guys at 360 were watching, and they said, we can fix that, so they did. So the next time it gets over there, it's going to water that along the road because now it's got a path. And that is great. However, when they did that, and we reloaded those lines, the new paths, into the rain machine itself, somehow the home point got shifted about 10 or 15 feet. And so as it went back to its home point, it basically sucked in the hose too far. That little feeler or hose guide on the end that senses the angle of the hose coming out the back of the machine, it made it all the way to the end, to the coupler, and then it didn't have anywhere to go when it sucked the hose in more, and it broke it off. And then as it kept going, eventually the machine kind of damaged, or it jammed it into the ground. Hold on, my wife's calling me. I wonder how that works going live together. I gotta decline it, but I'm gonna call her from my other phone. This is gonna confuse her because she doesn't know that I have an actual phone number. But it's okay. Can't talk to you right now. I'm trying to call though. Boys are at the dentist office. This is gonna be interesting. No idea. Try again.
Hello. Still trying to figure this out here. Let's get to the front of the field. Come on.
Ringing. She doesn't have my phone number for my rain phone saved as hers, so she doesn't know what problem. Anyway, maybe? Okay, let's try that. No, that didn't work. Just try and call. Brock, entertain the people.
What'd you say?
I said entertain the people.
Oh, I'm not that entertaining. Some of us have to work out here rather than just sitting in the grain cart.
I'm busy. You leave me alone.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy, where are we at?
Hey.
How am I today? I'm doing all right.
Do you need something?
No.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Well,
hello? You there?
As far as the rain covering the field, I think it's a couple weeks before it needs filled. They got huge fuel tanks on there. So good thing we got that fuel trailer. Take, all that fuel up there at once and let it go. The generator, it uses a lot of fuel, so you just take fuel up to there to that. But as far as the rain goes, the rain does not use a ton of fuel. It's just got a little, I think, 21 or 27 horse a Suzu motor. So yeah, not a big motor, but it doesn't have to do a lot of work. It moves slow, and the pump does a lot of the work. But I got to get out one more time. I'll be right back. Well, we're as level as we can be as far as in the tanks here. So I'm just going to plant until it's out. We're switching varieties. And then I'll just go back over this row, or this pass, and plant it again. So it'll be all right. It's double crop beans. This is all extra. Hmm. When do you get permanent electric power for the rain? Nathan hasn't even called the electric company yet for this year. Uh, he was just too worried about getting it running. So I think this year we're just going to use the generator. That's something in the future that we'll probably get set up. But as far as right now, the electric company that they have to deal with is slow on everything. So yeah, so we're just gonna use the generator this year, and it works. So might as well use it
Why are you beeping?
because I'm running the rest of the seed out. I'll just go over
Oh,
half this pass.
you don't have to get it that empty.
Alrighty,
All right, what did I miss?
what's that?
So what did I miss?
They were asking how often the rain needs filled with fuel.
Rain?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, it's got a big tank and it can run for a while and fill it up. Good thing we got that Boss fuel trailer. Easy to take fuel up there. But the generator is a different story. That's what uses the fuel. Then they asked about line power for it. And said you haven't even called the electric company because they're slow. And what you have now works. But that's about it's about as far as I got.
Going back to where I left
How's
off.
it eat?
So.
Oh, where were you at?
Here, trying to grow more, how do you figure that? Yeah, we grow roughly the same amount, same number of acres of wheat every year. Just kind of depends on the rotation a little bit. Some years a little bit less, but probably within 50 acres of the same amount every year. Doesn't vary a lot. How dry is the wheat? I think it's around 17 or 18. I'm hoping we're below 18 because then we can haul it down with no drying charge. But it doesn't really matter. Today's a decent day. We can run it. It's combining just fine, and we're going to combine it. 4 years ago, your opinion was wheat was just a cover crop. Now you're getting 100 plus bushels. Jump on the wheat spot. Yeah. This is a very good wheat year. I still prefer to grow corn and soybeans than wheat. Not my favorite, but 100 plus bushel wheat is a lot of fun. So, yeah. How much fuel? I think we could cover the field 4 times on the tank of fuel up there. Which it holds, I think, 300 gallons or 250, something like that. We're not going to find out. When it gets up to the lane where it's in a decent spot that I can get to it, fuel trailer, that's the biggest issue. There's only so many places in the field that I can actually get to it. That's when we're going to refill.
Yep.
Tractor cab is just as much in the office as the porta potty. Okay. When do you get permanent electric power for the rain? Hopefully for next year. That's the goal. Permanent electric power for next year. How are you doing with your new house, Brock? When are you getting married?
Nope, haven't bought the ring, so it's gonna be a while yet. But I like the new house. Got some projects yet to do, and I don't know if it's I just bought a house. Let's do a whole bunch of stuff to it because I want to, or I don't know.
You guys are dirty. I'm trying to clean you. Okay. How's the tractor with the AC condenser issues? Replace the micro channel condenser with a tube style. Tube style has much lower than the 43 on. Is that true? I have no idea. It works just fine. In fact, the tractor, the one Brock's driving, right? 8430. No, it was a sprayer. It was the sprayer, not the 8430. It works. I think it works fine. This great crop. What new toys for the farmer are you looking at? I don't know. I mean, the sprayer's still on the list. We didn't buy one last year, so maybe that'll show up for next year. Who knows? That would be nice. We've been talking about a bean planter, but nothing serious. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. The problem is all this stuff is so expensive now. I know I sound like an old crodger, but geez, it takes $500,000 to buy anything. Doesn't matter if it's a tractor, a sprayer, combine. Heck, $500,000 ain't even going to touch a combine anymore. even a bean planter is close to $500,000. $300,000 or $400,000 for a used one. It's just insane. So I don't know. I don't know. We were discussing some grain system improvements down to Berkey here. Decided to hold off till next year on that, probably. So we might be doing some grain system stuff next year. We've got 3 old small bins down here that were put up in the 60s. A couple 5,000 bushels and a 7,000 bushel bin. We're thinking about taking all 3 of them out and putting 2 bigger ones in. Should be a decent project. It wouldn't be a huge overhaul, but it would be something. So that's maybe on the list. How's the wheat going? Wheat's going really good. Oh yeah, I was working on that earlier. Let's see. Let me pull that back up. The Hop Center. Let's see if this updates. As of right now, that's what the combine says. 115 at 16.7. That'll work. That'll work. I think the combine's a touch low too, because on the first field when we compared grain cart to combine was low by a pretty significant amount. That wheat was really, really good over there. Best wheat we've ever raised. Without question, the best wheat we've ever raised. That first field, I've never combined wheat like that. Oh, I got the drink in here. And is any of it cold? Well, mini Gatorade. Start with that. Yeah, the best wheat crop we've ever raised. Where are the boys today? The boys are in Cleveland. Yeah, cool. Story time. So, what day was it? I was digging a hole for a flagpole. Digging a hole or pouring concrete? One of those two things. Might have been Sunday. I think it was Sunday evening. I had just gotten done pouring the concrete for the flagpole there. And the boys have been out kind of helping me a little bit. And they were racing each other back up to the house and got to the back patio and jumped to get up onto the concrete, and Ryland caught his leg on the edge and fell, face planted onto the concrete patio. Not good. Not good at all. It was pretty bad. He actually chipped his front tooth. Which is an adult tooth, and it's not good. Chipped it pretty good. So of course he's freaking out. My wife is freaking out. Fortunately for my kids, they have an aunt and an uncle that are dentists, and his aunt is a pediatric dentist. Like, she knows what to do and is more than qualified to handle the situation. And so we called her immediately, and they called everybody down. And well, they live in Cleveland, so today was the first day they could look at him and get him in. And so my wife took the boys and the daughter to Cleveland to get Reynolds' tooth fixed. I assume they're going to have to put a cap on it or something. I don't know. They'll get him fixed up, taken care of. So that's where they're at. Any crop damage in the field where the fire truck ran over it? No, not really. Those beans were not even out of the ground at that point yet. It wasn't going to do much damage, and it's one of the woods where stuff wasn't going to grow that well anyway. I just didn't want them driving all the way across the field coming from the other road or something, so it's fine. They did their job. How's Anna doing? Anna's doing pretty well. She's still out there in Iowa. She has good days and days when she's like, I'm just ready to be home, which is understandable. So she's kind of committed to where she's at through August, it sounds like. She's filling in for one of the people out there that's on maternity leave. So we'll see what happens after that. She's got a few different options and stuff, but she's starting to look for a full-time role, which is the wrong way to phrase it, but I think it's a permanent role within Corteva instead of a training role. And so as they post job positions, she's kind of looking at them. There was one for a rep in Ohio and Indiana for a division in Corteva that she's interested in. So, yeah, we'll see. See where it goes from there, but she's doing well. Will she join the family business in the future? I sort of doubt it, but she could if she had that interest. It's been floated a few times here that if she ever wanted to come back and help farm or work for me with the seed business or whatever else, that we could make that happen. But there's a lot of logistics to figure out to do that. But I certainly wouldn't tell her no. So, we'll see. Brock is loading the planter up over there. He's got seed tender lined up, and so that's why he's MIA at the moment. Development's going on there at Fergie. Will that ground sell if the price is right? The stuff that we own, probably not. It would take a heck of a lot of money to make us want to sell. So that's unlikely. The stuff that we rent, that landlord's own, gross. There is the one farm that's lotted off right now and for sale. As far as I know, as of right now, only 2 of the lots have actually sold. So the one that got a house on it already, and we still farm part of it. The other one, guy bought the lot and isn't going to build for a while. So we'll see. Hello from Germany. Hello. For the concrete project for your driveway happen this summer. Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I'm hoping that, wheat harvest came really early for us this year. And so we didn't have a lot of downtime between planting, side dress, spraying, getting the irrigation running, and wheat harvest. Once we're done with wheat harvest, we should get a little more free time or downtime to work on projects and stuff like that. My number one priority is to keep working on the ceiling in the seed warehouse and at least get part of that steel up and finished. So we're probably going to work in there for a week or 2, see how we can do. And then if I get a week that I can pour some concrete in front of my driveway, I would love to do that. That would be awesome to have done before winter. Gonna happen? I don't know. I don't know if we'll get there yet or not. But we're gonna try. Where's Brock? I saw him for a minute. Yeah, he's there. He's in the empty tractor seat right there. He's planting beans and he ran out of seed. So he is reloading the seed, the air seeder from the tender that's right there. It'll take him 10 or 15 minutes and then he'll be back. Enjoy watching your videos. Keep coming. Thank you, Larry. Looks like a great harvest so far. It has been. The weather kind of turned on us. It was hot and dry a week ago. And then as soon as we started harvest, it turns a little bit wet and cool. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to complain about the rain. There are areas around here that have gotten way too much rain, and they're just like, stop. What day was it? Today's Friday. It must have been Wednesday morning? Yeah, Wednesday morning. We completely missed the rain at Waldron. Got a quarter of an inch here at Berkey, but you go south 15 miles, 20 miles, and there's places that got 3 or 4 inches. They just got hammered. There was somebody commented on one of my videos yesterday or the day before and said that in White House, Ohio, which is only, I don't even think it's 10 miles south of where we're at right now, they had 10 inches of rain in the last week or something like that. We've had an inch to an inch and a half here at Berkey, so it's been highly variable and very spotty. And if you happen to be in one of those areas that caught 1 or 2 of those showers, it's very wet. But we have not been for any of our stuff here or at Waldron. And so we're not horribly dry right now, but if it rains tonight, I'm not going to be upset about it. I kind of need it. We're going to finish wheat by the 4th. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll finish by the 4th. We should have a big day here today. What time is it? 3:30. We need one more day here at Berkey after today. It's like rain tonight, so probably what will happen is we'll come down Sunday and work part of a day and then finish here on Monday. And then get moved back to Waldron, and we probably need 2 days there. So maybe not by the 4th. I don't know what's 28th, so 30, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Yeah, it'd be close. It'd be close to being done by the 4th. Anybody farms hemp in your area? Pennsylvania is trying to bring it back. No, never even seen it. I've heard about it being grown. I know in Kentucky there was some being grown. It was kind of a big thing here about 4 or 5 years ago. And then a bunch of people signed up and grew it, and they couldn't sell it because there was no market. There was nowhere for it to go. The people that had promised to buy it backed out of contracts, and it was just a big mess. And that is the challenge with trying to do something new like that. It has to be worth something to somebody. How the inflation with chemical seed prices compared to last year. Seed was up a little bit this year. I haven't seen prices for next year yet, so I don't know on that. Hopefully they'll be flattened down because grain markets are pretty bad right now. Chemicals were actually down a fair bit this year from the previous year, but our input prices tend to fluctuate a lot more with the grain markets than they do with inflation, I guess. There is obviously inflationary pressure and energy costs and all that kind of stuff, but it's more so grain markets. And what can we charge this year? That's essentially what it is. I think some of the equipment market has softened a little bit, but I was looking at some used stuff the other day, and man, they're still expensive. Things have not come down like you would hope. So it's what it is. Feeling it's gonna be a hot job. Yeah, we'll see. I know it's not gonna be real fun, but I have the equipment to do it. The 2 lifts will make that job not so bad. So you're hauling all your wheat in town. You don't store any in your own bins. No, we're storing a bunch of wheat. Actually. Phil's got the dryers running, so we have 2 top dryers here at Berkey. Both of them are running, drying wheat right now. And anything that goes through the dryer and gets dry, we will store. But we've got, I think, 15,000 to haul here in July and August or for the summer. So if we can haul some 18%, 17% wheat in and not get charged drying for it, not have to dry it ourselves, that's a win. We should do that. So we do. But we'll store a bunch, especially with the yields we've got. We're going to have a lot of wheat. Loading trucks. See it all? There you go. Subscribe for a while. Great content. Thank you. Don't overfill the truck. All right. Have to change the truck. You guys didn't see that, right? Okay. For it to record. There we go. Put 29,000 pounds on the cart or on the truck. We're good to go. Take another round. Seed dealer selling Legend seeds, Source, and Pattern Ag. Cool. Good for you. Good year until the fertilizer bill comes. Yeah, fertilizer's not cheap. Although it's not as bad as it has been. We lined up our chicken litter for the year last week, so they're going to start hauling chicken litter in and piling it pretty soon. That's always a big bill. Grew up on a sweet corn farm from hours and hours, 30-year sheep like sprinklers. Oh, the real gun card game changer. Did you ever consider SDI? I don't know what SDI means, but we had a reel and a gun card. Those are not fun either. Better than moving pipe like you were, but not fun. Up here in Kentucky was a big deal 3 to 5 years ago, but everyone lost money on it, and now you don't hear anything about it. Yep, exactly. What are your goals yield-wise for corn and soybeans this season? As much as possible. I mean, we always kind of have that, what do you plan for, or what do you hope, and they're two different numbers. I mean, when we're making budgets up and planning 175 or 180 bushel corn is kind of the numbers you use for budgets, but gosh, if I had 180 bushel average corn, I'd be pretty upset with that. That's a failure. What's up, Rock?
Howdy.
You good to go?
Yeah, we're full. The boxes are quite empty, but bigger beans, so take up a little more space.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, those are big beans. Make sure you change the variety in the monitor for me, please.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, yeah, we want as much as we can grow. I would love to average over 200 on the corn again, and if we could average 60 bushel beans, that'd be fantastic. That's probably unrealistic on both accounts, but we'd love it if we did. What state are we in? Well, right now we're in Ohio, but we also farm in Michigan. We are just outside of Toledo, Ohio right now. So that's on the bigger pin in the future there. Yeah, well, here at Berkey, we've talked about it a little bit, taking some of the older small ones out, replacing them with a couple of bigger ones. That would be a nice project. As far as up at Waldron, we've got 120,000 bushel bin there as it sits right now, and really have no need for any bigger anymore right now. If we were ever going to do any future grain system upgrades at Waldron there, it would include things like a second overhead bin, or a grain leg for those 3 little bins we've got in the back, so we don't have to use an auger. It's like overkill, but it would be nice. So, Yeah, that's the spot there. Hampton Roads, Virginia, welcome. Subsurface drift. Oh, we can clear subsurface drift. Yeah, it was talked about, but the cost per acre on subsurface drift is astronomical. And from what I understand and talking to guys that have done it, the maintenance on them is pretty bad with repairing leaks, broken lines, and that kind of stuff. And yeah. So we did not decide to go that route. I caught a little 15-acre piece. I'm like, man, it'd be really cool to subsurface irrigate this, but I don't see that happening. Japan. I don't know that I've seen a viewer from Japan before. Welcome. I have no idea what your name is. You got the radio on, Brock?
No, it's just the tractor noise.
See, tractor's loud.
Yeah, I know 8 RX. No, let's see. We're gonna idle it back. Let's adjust the population.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're gonna figure out where we're gonna start off.
So the air seeder does not simulate beans. It has a little fluted roll. It just kind of meters it out, more so based on volume or mass than beans. And so we just switched varieties. This other variety is a much larger seed size, like 400 or 500 seeds per pound less. So bigger beans, fewer beans per pound, which is going to affect how it goes through those meters. But there are sensors on that drill that do count beans. And so it'll tell you basically what you're planting, and you're going to have to adjust the speed of those
It
mowers.
dropped 30,000 seeds per acre.
Drops.
Yep.
We're down to like 170.
Yep. 170, 75.
Okay. Now, but
Which I already did this little bit, so.
Right. Just keep playing with it. Keep bumping it up. You get it where you want it. Have you used the product XR5, KSB on your beans before? It didn't work. I have used some. I actually have a fair bit of that sitting in the corner right now that I need to put on some beans. Is that a raindrop?
Yes, I felt some when I was out.
I got a raindrop on my windshield. Dang.
Yep.
Oh, I got it out here. Especially now, we got 2 rounds to go in this field. Did it work? Maybe. I cannot confirm that it worked. I would like to confirm that it works. We're going to try it one more time because I've got some left over in the barn that we're going to spray out here. I got to find a good spot for it. But, I don't know. I'm hoping my Anderson's products work better than my Explorer products did. Let's put it that way. What is your projected yield for the fall season? Man, I have no idea. Is it going to rain in August? Is it going to rain in July? We could be anywhere from 120 bushel corn to 220 bushel corn at this point. It just depends on the weather. It's not good. There are raindrops. You got to check the radar here. Oh, no. That's not good.
Well, darn.
It's going to get worse. Hopefully we get this field done before it actually starts raining.
How long before it's here?
Well, it's like at home now. Oh, let's check the cameras on the rain, see if it's raining. That's hilarious.
Do I have an hour and 25 minutes?
Probably not. Well, the ground's not wet up there, but there is raindrops on the wheel shield. It'll be fine. Keep running.
Don't plan on stopping.
I'm talking to my rain, not to you.
Oh.
Alright. So, Toronto. Why is this Brock in the grain cart and you in the 8430? Because I outrank Brock. And I get to drive the 8RX.
You know, you might think it's a bad thing. Yeah, you know, the 8RX is a nice tractor. I love the 8430. This was the when I came here. This was the first tractor that I drove. I was on grain cart is because the 8R had a fan drive go out of it or something like that.
Something.
So yeah, I like this tractor. And oh, there we are. Oh, but I like planting beans and wheat, so I don't mind. I don't. I mean, I really don't. I get enough of that tractor in the fall. I'll share the wealth. And, you know, the biggest thing is he outranks me and he owns the tractor, not me.
There's that.
Yeah.
Brock gets to run grain cart when I get to run combine. When Dad's running the combine, I run the cart, and Brock does something else. It's kind of good because everybody gets to do something different. You're not sitting in the same spot the whole time every day.
And when Brock gets to run the combine, oh wait, Brock doesn't get to run the combine.
Correct. Again, it's that seniority thing and the fact that I outrank you.
Yeah.
If Dad and I are ever both gone, maybe you can run the combine.
I can't replace it. I don't want to break it.
Yeah. But you can't replace that either, so.
I'll be cashing in everything I own and selling my house.
Yeah. Our double crops common in the area. Yes and no. There's usually some every year, but not everybody plants every acre kind of common. We did 80 acres last year of 400 something that we had in wheat. So we did some, but not everything. This year, I think there's going to be a lot more double crops, simply for the fact that we're so early. It is extremely rare to combine wheat in June, much less the 24th or 25th of June when we got started this year. Being able to get these beans planted before July 1st is a huge advantage. Huge advantage. And so there's a lot of people planting beans right now. A lot of double crop beans going in. If it was the 4th of July and we were just getting started combining and you might get them planted by the 7th, 8th, 10th of July, then a few people would try it, but it would not be nearly as common. How is the stuck list so far? How is most won this season so far? Brock, have we gotten anything stuck this year?
I don't think we have.
I don't think so either. I didn't get stuck.
No, we've been doing pretty good.
Yeah. It's too dry to get anything stuck now, so I don't have any risk in saying that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this year's been pretty good. It's been pretty dry, reasonably dry, and stayed out of the really bad spot. There was a couple of times with the planter when I was a little nervous. There was a time or two with the side dress bar when I turned somewhere that I shouldn't have, but we never actually got stuck. So, yeah, good shape. How's the 360 running? What are the plans for application of nutrients? Yeah, it's running. It's back up and running today. And as far as nutrients go, we are still putting on that excess starter fertilizer that I had, that 686 with zinc in it. It's not going on quite as heavy as I had intended, so we're just going to keep it going until we use it up. The first few passes, we've covered the whole field once now with the water, but we were on, I think, pass 32 or 33 before we got the fertilizer started. Or maybe it was 132 or 133, something like that. And we are on 4 now, starting over. So we've got another 30 or so pads that need to get fertilizer the first time, and then we'll see how much we got left. We'll just kind of use it up. And then my plan is to get some sulfur, some ATF, and some nitrogen up there, and just kind of keep spoon feeding it all summer as much as we can. We keep doing some tissue tests. I haven't talked about it yet, but we need to at some point. It does not show that we are short sulfur or nitrogen yet, but I don't want to get behind on those either. So I think we're doing okay. I am concerned about the tissue test results on phosphorus and potassium and zinc, and that we're not seeing a response from what I am putting on yet. So hopefully that gets better here the next week, but we'll see. Do you run your bin system also on a generator inverter? Yes, we do. Simply because it's easier. It's just easier to get power from that than it is to from the generator to get the stuff from a power company. And we can run 480 volts, 3-phase. It's just easier. So, yeah. We're going to get rained out. It looks like it, but we have one more round to make in this field, and then we're done. So the raindrops have dried up and stopped, so that didn't shut us down yet. But, yeah. 150 plus 150. I assume you're going back to a yield conversation. I'm taking that a little more. Hello from Niagara Falls, Canada. Hi. You're welcome. Thanks for watching. We'll bring things on and off all afternoon. That's not good. How did Brock come to work for you? How did you meet? Oh, gosh. Brock, do you want to take that one? You don't have anything to talk about.
Sure, I'll take it. Well, I was started way back when I was in 7th grade. I had a all right basketball coach, I guess. I mean, it was Nathan, and so I knew.
Ball at the school in the town where I live, where Brock went to school.
Yep. So I knew him from there. I knew he had a farm, and when I was that age, my grandpa had a farm, so I liked doing it and stuff like that. And then he sold it, so I found somebody else to farm for, and then they're just a small farm. So Nathan needed help one day. I was watching his videos, and he was saying how crucial the grain cart driver is, but his past help couldn't help him on certain days and stuff like that. So I'm like, I guess I still got his number. Let me text him. I did, and he said, yeah, come on up after lunch. And so I went up there after lunch and started running grain cart. That was the first interaction, and after harvest season, he's like, so what are your intentions? I said, well, the job's not done at harvest. Still got to clean stuff, and farmers don't just plant and harvest. They got to make maintenance and stuff like that.
Don't hear that? He said, you got to clean stuff. He volunteered.
I know, I did. that was a couple of years ago before I really knew Nathan's nitpick cleaning habits. But so I said, yeah, I'll start helping, and I guess ever since then I started to work for Nathan, and don't regret it. I have learned a lot of things that I would never have had the opportunity to learn from both him, Mark, Phil, heck, even Jack. Jack taught me a lot of things, and grateful for it. So, yeah. Don't be afraid to text your local farmer and ask if they need help, or if you're just curious or anything like that. My goodness, you never know. You never know.
I don't know if Brock knows this, but we had some other guys working for us in the past before that, and we were kind of at a point where we had lost 2 acres, so we didn't really need anybody, but we did need somebody for fall and when we're really busy and stuff. And I was trying to get through the fall without having to do much, but it was always in the back of my mind, like someday I'm gonna have to call Brock. I was waiting for him to get out of school and old enough to actually be able to do something. So when he texted me, I'm like, yep, all right, guess now's the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I always thought, of course, I'm the 7th grade, 8th grade kid, and here my basketball coach is this huge farmer that has all this nice equipment. My goodness,
Yeah.
So, and now I'm in a tractor by myself. My goodness,
You've grown up so much.
I know.
The corn and beans still to go with the beers. I'm so confident 2 weeks ago, one dairy comprehensive 4,000 acres of milk raining last weekend. Holy cow! You guys were really wet out there. I know. A couple weeks ago, got a bunch of rain. It's not good, man. We use the 8-hour per machine change now with the new Gen 5 monitor. Yes and no. So we could, however, that Gen 5 monitor is a Ag Essentials kit, which means it is subscription-based activation. And we paid the cheaper subscription of $1,000 a year, $2,000 a year. I think it's $2,000 a year, which only comes with auto track and section control. We do not have the premium activation that it would take. That's like $42.50 a year, $4,000, double the cost per year in subscription. That would unlock things like AutoPath and Machine Sync and all of the rest of that. So, capable of it, yes. What we have unlocked and ready to go, no. And I don't really need it, so it's fine. Hello from Nottinghamshire, UK. Hello. Calling from Balin Hay. Glad to be home. Thanks. Go to that. Nice job, Mike.
UK.
What?
What kind of yields of hay do you get over in the UK? I mean, I don't know. Us hay farmers.
Back when Brock was fireman, he was cleaning up. You're going to get back into coaching since your boys are growing. Maybe. I would enjoy it. I would really like to coach. It's a passion of mine. That said, I need more experience and practice and to be better at it. I coached for 4 years, 3 at the school where Brock was, and then 1 year JV level at my old school. And then life happened, and I got busy, and I got married, and we had kids, and I just didn't have time, and I taken over a lot more responsibility stuff on the farm, and I just don't have time. So I'm hoping as the boys grow, especially when they get into basketball and it's a wintertime thing, that maybe I can help with that some. Part of me doesn't want to be their coach because you don't want to be that guy. But I do enjoy it, and I want to help out. And I would love to help with baseball and football and that kind of stuff, but I cannot commit to it. I cannot commit to coaching baseball in the spring and going to practice 2 nights a week and games 2 or 3 nights a week through April, May, and June. I just can't do it. So could I be an assistant coach that shows up on game days when I can? Yeah. If somebody wanted that and would ask for that help, I would probably do it. Part of my problem, though, is the community that we are involved with now where my kids go to school, I'm not from there. I didn't go to school there. It's not where I lived for 10 years before we built our house. It's down where I coached, where Brock's at. I don't know people there. And so I'm not really part of that community yet. And so nobody asks me for help. Nobody knows me. It's going to take some time to get really involved there. But yeah, I would love to get back to coaching. It's just a time. Maybe when my kids are grown up and I'm old, I can do it then, or I can be a rep or something. That'd be fun. How does sand hold your flagpole? Quite well, actually. This is a commercial grade flagpole, and so it's got a big metal sleeve that gets concreted into the ground with grounding stakes below it and everything. And it's got a centering little notch or whatever you want to call it in the bottom, and that fits up into the bottom of the pole. And then you set it in there and you level it with wedges, get it plumbed, and then you pack sand in around it, and it holds it in place. That's how they're done. If you have a small, like a 25 or a 20 footer or a 15 or, the telescoping ones, they just have a plastic sleeve that they fit in, you concrete in. This is different. Commercial grade ones are a little different. How's your hay, Brock?
I was ecstatic for my first cutting of hay. I got a lot. It's a grass hay mix, alfalfa, timothy, and orchard, and I got 3.4 ton to the acre. And when you're baling square bale and not expecting, a lot, and then you get that, you got to try to find some buyers in a hurry. And it's nice. It's nice. It's a good problem to have. And yeah, I might only have 5 acres, but that's fun for me.
Oh, it's getting close again.
Wow. Better hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a pass and a wedge over there.
Yeah.
All right.
See
But you're going to be able to boss and come and spray. And way to bring that up, Zach.
Yeah, he always says you never know unless you try. That's why you do trials and stuff like that. And why not? I called him once this year because I needed something sprayed. He's like, I can't do it. Well, fine. But
I don't know if I told them about that, but it feels like I did.
Yeah, it was a bad time. Like it was
Everybody
like right.
To me, where's Brock? Where's Brock? And I didn't want to tell them. I'm pretty sure Brock's mad at me because I told him I couldn't spray his alfalfa for him.
No, I wasn't mad. I was not mad.
I'm only planting corn one morning, and Brock's like, "Hey, I need to spray my alfalfa. Can you come do it?" I'm like, "No, Brock. I am planting corn.
No,
I'm not shutting the planter down." Not to mention, we were spraying corn and beans, and we would have had to clean the sprayer out to come to your 5 acres. Wasn't gonna happen. And then Brock I'm like, well, I guess he's mad at me.
You just had to sell the sprayer that I use.
Right.
I mean,
you had every opportunity to buy it.
And pull it with my 1952 DC case.
I would have let you practice with.
Until you had that hooked up to something, and you think I'm going to unhook this tractor?
Well, then go find a tractor to use from somebody.
I know. It got sprayed. It's fine. It actually turned out, like I said, a lot better than what I thought. So, yeah. I'm going to spray it with something after second cutting. I put fertilizer on after first and third, so I don't do anything after second. So, yeah, I'm like, why not? I know somebody who sells some really good foliar feed products, or can get me some. And I heard it does wonders. So I'll report back to you after, after my second cutting. So, or after my third cutting it would be. So, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Andrew from UK, he says that wheat is good, but it takes longer to dry. They have to set it there. Andrew, we are in the eastern corn belt. Our hay takes a long time to dry here, too. You have to set it, rake it. It takes days from cutting to baling.
Yeah.
We're probably not that much different. If you watch somebody like bales hay out there in Arizona, where they have low humidity and no rain, yeah, that's a whole different environment. That's as foreign to us as it is to you as far as using steamers to put moisture into your hay. That is just
insane.
It's hard to comprehend for us.
Yeah. The only way that we could probably not have to ted it is if you spread those windrows as wide as you're cutting and it's not super heavy. Because then it's thin enough as it is and just let it sit and bake. But
Rake it a couple
yeah. Yeah. But yeah, most of the time it's tedded.
Yeah. Any predictions on white mold with this year's weather patterns? No, not yet. We haven't been super wet during flowering so far, but flowering has just started. So I don't see white mold being a problem yet, but it still could be. However, most of our fields with known white mold issues are corn right now. They were beans last year where we had really bad white mold. And so I think we're in a little bit of a 2-year cycle here, where the fields with white mold are beans and then corn and then beans and whatever, and so we're just they're staggered right now. That'll change as we rotate wheat through and everything, but right now, I don't think white mold's going to be a huge issue this year. I could be wrong, but I think we're okay. So then you have sweet equipment. Thanks, Kurt. We do have sweet equipment. Lots of it. Garage camera motion defective. Nobody's at my house. I wonder who.
What'd your wife order this time?
Yeah, it's probably a delivery guy. How's the sweet corn doing? It's doing okay. I kind of burned it the other day. I needed to put some fertilizer on, so I put some in the little sprayer on the Gator, straight 28 and ATS, and went and sprayed it. Got a little too much on the leaves. It burned itself. But it'll grow out of it. It's fine. Pumpkins are growing. We managed to get most of the weeds killed. I'll update you sometime. Put Brock in the combine, time to coach. Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know.
Well,
I run it about once a year.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind being an umpire. Probably not until after my kids are done, though. Brock can get a break. They have experience with power wash coming up. Brock doesn't need a break.
Yeah. Would I rent or buy my own farmland if the opportunity comes? I've thought about it. Buy, probably not right now. Rent, I'd have to work something out with, let's say, Nathan. I can't justify, just like my field. I have 5 acres of hay. I can't justify going out buying a baler, buying a hay vine, buying a rake for 5 acres. I just can't. I'd have to get with somebody and do a partnership or shares or something where I could be more involved as far as financials on that said ground and do it that way. Now it's going to have to be something that's, the partner is willing to do. Would I do that? Yeah, probably. But there's some pretty high rollers in our area that pay crazy amount of money for certain acres, any acres. They'll pay just to get the ground to say they farm it. So, no, not Nathan. No. Nathan has a great mentality that when I heard it for the first time, that's great. I mean, the thing that people can't get is land. So instead of trying to farm more land, do better on the land that you already have. And it makes sense, especially if you own the ground, improve the ground. You do your research, he gets all the data. You gotta try new things. You don't know if it works or doesn't work until you try it. Like I have 5 acres. It's my dad's property. It's not even mine. But if I'm renting something, then obviously that's an expense, and it's gotta pay or it's not worth it. So, yeah, would I rent ground? Would I buy? No, probably not.
Why we have that? Do better with what we have.
Exactly. And there's many ways to do it. I mean, agriculture is such a diverse industry that if you don't have a lot of ground, but you have time and effort that you want to put into it, um, vegetables. I mean, that's a lot of labor right there, but it pays on not as much ground. So I mean, there's many things.
Other crops.
What's that?
I just got done telling people we don't have a market for these other specialty crops. We can't grow vegetables. I mean, you
You
can
just
the price
got
on a work.
yeah, and then you got to have somebody that has the equipment for that. I mean, it's yeah,
Oh man, we
I don't
got some
know.
raindrops.
Yeah,
Hurry up, Dad.
let's see.
Dad's on the last pass. It's just a half wedge shape. So he's gonna get
Do
done,
I
but
have an out?
you might make it. I don't know. You can
Let's
play
see.
for a long time with all this residue.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna try.
Brock wouldn't spray his stuff with a gator because he was spraying insecticide and he thought he was gonna get sick.
You're the one who told me that.
Well, then you can sue the chemical companies for giving you cancer. Come on, it's a win-win.
Oh my goodness. Next year I will. You said I don't have the strong insecticide, so I'll only, die a little bit inside instead of all.
That's that.
Yeah.
So I wish I would have built my home in Michigan and the kids would have gone to your old school. Not even a little bit. Nope. Not at all. 4440 would have pulled it, the sprayer. It would have. 4440 is a Berkey, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, see. The thing on the gator. I could have, but the
Plant double crop beans in central Michigan 2 weeks from now. So I don't know about central Michigan, but here for me, July 10th is the cutoff. And when I say July 10th, I mean July 12th. If I can't get them in by July 10th, we're pretty much not going to do it. I don't know about up there. So maybe Vita to help save. He's got a source for some product.
yeah, a good source.
Are there any restrictions for spraying the hay? Depends on what you will sell it, etc. Of course, or it comes to feed. Yeah, all of these herbicides, pesticides, insecticides, even the foliars have pre-harvest interval restrictions. They'll say right on the label how many days pre-harvest you have to apply it or how many days post-application you have to wait to harvest it. And that's going to vary by chemistry, that's going to vary by crop. Something like alfalfa is going to have a longer pre-harvest interval than something like soybeans or wheat or, that you're spraying it on foliage, then you're harvesting grain that didn't really get contact with the chemical versus alfalfa that very much contact with the chemical. So, yeah, you definitely have to follow
2 weeks. 2 weeks after any spraying on alfalfa, I have to wait before I can cut it, touch it.
Right.
I don't let my dogs run back through there. Usually that's when we go for a walk, but I don't mess around with that stuff.
Yeah, the re-entry is probably only 24 hours. Also on the label.
Yeah.
Any plans for a puppy? I'm sure that question's aimed at you, Brock.
Well,
Oh my God, he
my
got a
girlfriend.
dog. Oh, fuck! Didn't see that coming.
So my girlfriend got one when she was, I don't know, 9, 10 months ago. She rescued it,
Eight,
and
nine, 10 months ago. Hey,
so it's a while ago. So we had that one, and then I'm a sucker for boxer dogs, so that's what I've always had growing up. I may have just purchased a boxer.
oh my
I
God.
don't get it yet. It's still a puppy. It's still. I still got like 3 weeks to get it, 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, I'm getting me a puppy.
I'm not getting a dog. I wouldn't mind having a puppy, but animals live outside. Animals do not live in the house. They especially do not live in my house. And my wife
Oh
really
my.
wants to come to the house. And animals don't live in the house. So we will have now no puppy. A Mark could get a puppy.
Barb had a dog.
It did, yes.
Yeah.
What about land close to the Waldron farm for corn and soybeans? What about it? I don't remember what we're talking about.
Um,
Mining seed for 10,000 acres is different than Brock with artists smaller operations. Well, yeah, seed small market, yeah. Using the air seeder or the bean planter. We were using the air seeder. One, it was here at Erky already, and the 10-inch spacing is better than 15-inch spacing when you're planting late like this. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. Lots easier finding a restaurant that wants their tomatoes. No, well, maybe. Yes, maybe, but you'd have a hard time finding a restaurant to buy produce from you, I think. Farmers markets would be your best bet.
yeah.
I had questions for advice in regards to selling seed or others related. So, uh, feel free to send me an email if you have questions. I don't know that I have an answer, but I can try. If it hasn't killed you yet, working for him, the insecticide probably won't. See, Brock.
It'll be all right. I'll spray it next year.
For us was this year's second treated, second crop soybean. I expect it to be better. I need to go through the double crop economics in an actual video here sometime. We've got some things to talk about. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know about tomorrow. It's gonna be raining, but yeah, I could do that in today's video yet. I don't know how long it is. I try to keep my videos in less than a half an hour, so I have topics that are going to be a 10-minute discussion. We have to pick the right day to do that. Yeah, the treatment definitely paid last year. That's why we treated beans this year for double crop. It seems crazy to do that, keep your costs low, but it paid last year, and we have some special circumstances with the beans here this year, the double crop beans, that allow us to do some things that we probably wouldn't. All right, guys, we've about got to wrap this up here because we're done. I got to talk to Dad to see what his plans are. What's your plan here, Dad?
On the north side.
All right, are we worried about the rain?
It's not too damp yet.
Not yet, but I don't think it's going to be long. There was some rain on the forecast or on the radar coming from Waldron heading this way.
So does that mean you want to stop now?
Oh, well, we might as well at least go over there and open up everything so we can get the equipment out of the field and finish planting the beans here.
Okay.
He ain't going to make it far. See the dot? No, you can't. That green line's about here. It's going right fast. We might get the end rows done. All right, I got to get up here. You got 40 acres done yet, Brock?
Oh yeah, I got 50 acres done.
You might get done. You're not gonna get done. I don't know.
It says 45 minutes probably. We'll see.
Volvo. The Volvo truck. MTS. Okay, good. Alright, where are we at? 2 bushels more to cover the cost of the treatment, though. No! The treatment only costs about a bushel's worth. So if I get 2, I'm doubling the money. That's a good investment. If I get 4 or 5, it's a huge win. Plus, I'm planning at 200,000 instead of 220 or 230 because we got treated beans, and they're going to survive a little bit better. So my seed costs are a little lower. Well, kind of. It offsets the treatment cost. All right. Well, we got a half truckload in here. Rock ready to combine land and bring something out with your operation. And he could. Oh, around Waldron for corned beef. Yeah, there's the opportunity. There's not a lot. Land does not change hands.
No.
Like, we're not really looking for ground, but if we were, you weren't going to find it. Have a good weekend. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and end this one, guys. Going to plan everything to be. We are everything here at Berkey. Not necessarily Waldron, definitely not Waldron. We might do some double cross at Waldron, but I haven't decided that yet. It kind of depends on when wheat gets out, how quick they get the straw baled, and when we can get the beans planted, what I've got left for seed, that kind of stuff. So we do have some clover growing in all of those wheat fields up there, so it was never in the plan to plant those seeds. Like right out soon. Yes, it does. Have a good afternoon. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching this one. There will be a video tomorrow. Appreciate you checking this out, and we'll probably do one more live stream from the combine or wheat harvest side of stuff here at some point, and then we will probably, I want to get up to the rain field and do a live stream just with that thing running. I don't know when that's going to happen, but we're going to go up there and do it, and you get to answer all your questions about the rain and how it works and everything, and I can show you. So, we'll get. Have a great afternoon. Thanks for watching. See you, everybody.
See ya.